All right. Good afternoon. Um, Thank you for joining us today in the presentation for Exploring the Perimeter, Jamf Zero Trust Environment meets HQ's traditional network. Before we start, I wanted to give you a couple of reminders. At the end of the session, there will be a Q&A session for you. So if you have any questions, you can write them down now. And then at the end, I'll be passing the microphone around if you have a question. So you just raise your hand, and I'll go to you, and you can speak your question. We also have Grace as well available for translation. So she'll be helping us out with that. And in this presentation today, we have Naoki Hoshiyama. He's a Jamf senior professional or senior account executive. And we also have Yoshikazu Hayasaka. He's a corporate engineer and security professional. Welcome.
Thank you, Hector.
Thank you. Thank you for joining our session. First, we will introduce myself. I'm Yoshikazu Hayasaka. I come from Tokyo, Japan. Please call me Haya. I'm working as corporate engineer and security professional at a Japanese company. And I'm community organizer of threat modeling open community in Japan. I'm main speaker at this session.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our session. My name is Naoki Hoshiyama, and I'm the senior account executive based out of Japan at Jamf.
Okay. Thank you. So we will start our session. Agenda is here. First, introduce our company. Second, introduce our company's environment. Third, explain 4 problems about connect to parent company's environment. Fourth, explain a solution we adopted. Last, tell you key point. So let's explain our company's profile. I'm working Toriko. Toriko has 2 brands. First one is Fujimi. Fujimi is personalized beauty care brand, selling supplement, protein, and several cosmetics via EC shop in Japan. And another one is Ginzuba. Ginzuba is hair care brand. Lineup is high quality hair treatment and several items. There are about 40 employees, and the device is almost a Mac. That's our company's profile. So ours is small company, but implementing environment-based zero trust model. Then I will explain our environment. Okay. Our architecture is here. I will explain one by one from next page. This is abstract diagram of our architecture. Our architecture is based on zero trust model. We are using Jamf family, Jamf Pro, Jamf Protect, Jamf Connect with security cloud. And our workspace is using Google Workspace. We are using cloud identity as identity provider with context-aware access. This is our architecture. As you can see, we are using Jamf everywhere: device management, device protect, content filtering, data access control, etc. So Jamf is key part of our architecture. So explanation of our architecture is over. So let me explain what happened with our architecture. It's here. I will explain one by one. Okay. we needed to versus HQ's legacy. First of all, we have a parent company. Parent company is based in perimeter defense environment. Several locations are connected by VPN solution with Microsoft 365 box and a few cloud services. It's protected by IP address restrictions. So I will explain diagram again. So first, HQ's environment-based perimeter defense and connect via VPN and using some cloud services with IP address restrictions. It's overview of HQ's environment. So architecture is different between ours and HQ's, but we have to access HQ's resources. It's this. So we have to find a solution for resolve. It was challenges for us. To reorganize, it is as follows. First, need to our dedicated global IP address because HQ is restricted by IP address. Second, have to ensure security level of both HQ and ours. To add, philosophy and technology are different between zero trust and perimeter defense. Forcing connections can make one or both environments vulnerable. So then I will explain how we solve it. For resolution, we mainly used zero trust network access. Zero trust network access provides dedicated global IP address securely. So I have a question for everyone. Do you know zero trust network access of Jamf? If you know detail, please raise your hand. No? Okay, thank you. Oh, so few people. Okay. We will explain about details of zero trust network access from next page. And I will switch speaker to Naoki.
Thank you, Haya. Okay, my turn. I'll explain how does the Jamf Security Cloud ZDNA work. First of all, Jamf Security Cloud is our network architecture and also the web portal's name. And as you know that ZDNA, the ZDNA stands for Zero Trust Network Access, which means that your corporate devices can easily and securely connect to source application and enterprise application on your internal network. This feature comes from our products Jamf Connect. Jamf Connect includes ZDNA and also as I think you already use, identity management solution for macOS. And most importantly, our ZDNA can provide dedicated gateway with dedicated global IP address for each organization. Let's take a look at a simple diagram of our ZDNA. Supposing that a corporate has a lot of devices, including Windows, Macs, iPhone, and Androids. And if IT admin want all the devices get secure access to internal network, what are they going to do? Right, is to turn off the Jamf Connect. Jamf Connect provides the secure connection between endpoints and the corporate internal network. In other words, end user can have secure remote access to the server/application through the secure channel. Jamf Connect ZTNA is really secure than the other solution. But why? Because we use very secure network protocol, WireGuard and IPsec. Especially when it comes to the WireGuard VPN, it's very, very secure protocol, which uses the latest cryptography algorithm, and it has a small attack surface because of the very static and low volume of source codes than the other VPN protocols. If I connect my own device to free Wi-Fi via Jamf Connect, WireGuard VPN tunnel also prevents the connection from the man-in-the-middle attack. So you can get a WireGuard VPN advantages very easily, such as secure channel and high-performance connectivity at the same time. This diagram shows the case of connecting enterprise application, but of course, you can use Jamf Connect to access SaaS application or AWS, Google Cloud, whatever you use, the cloud computing services, and also the other type of internal networks like Trickle. In that case, you can use, as I mentioned before, dedicated gateway with dedicated global IP addresses. This type of the dedicated IP address, This type of the dedicated IP addresses gives you an exclusive entity, so you can easily identify the devices, and also IP provides more security controls for corporate networks rather than shared IPs. Now, let's take a look at the other important feature of Jamf Security Cloud called vulnerability management, provided by Jamf Protect. With this feature, you can monitor the device risk in real time through Jamf Protect. And if you find some security event on some device or network, you can automatically notify the event to the security team, or you can take automatic remediation action. Here's the web portal of Jamf Security Cloud, and it shows the whole risks of the corporate fleet based on the endpoint and network security. Sorry, text is kind of small, I think. Also, the devices are categorized by Jamf Protect, like this, by each level of the risks evaluated by Jamf Protect. In terms of vulnerability management, Jamf Protect can check both operating system and installed applications vulnerability due to the CVE and CVSS score provided by NVD. NVD stands for National Vulnerability Database. There's a lot of acronym anyway. 1.3, the average score, here's the average score, 1.3 is kind of healthy. Yeah, I want to mention that. You can also deep dive into one of the devices of your fleet and see how secure or what's going on the device, something like that, more deeply. So this Mac with the complicated email address seems has 239 vulnerability. Here's the vulnerability field. And maximum CVSS score, surprisingly, seems 10. So I humbly recommend the admin should delete whole data and reinstall macOS immediately. Okay, how about this iPhone? Looks less vulnerable than the previous Mac. But iOS 17.0.1 is not the latest one, so the admin or the end user should update the iOS version, maybe. Now I have talked about each product and each feature one by one. Now, let's have a quick look of the general use cases of Jamf Security Cloud. Here's our three different Macs installed Jamf Protect and Jamf Trust app. Jamf Trust app allow your devices can access the corporate data via Jamf Connect DTNA. As I mentioned earlier, Jamf Protect evaluates each device's risks the way we've seen in the couple of slides before. The access policy, it is very similar to the conditional access that you can set the threshold of the device, which can access corporate data based on the endpoint risk level. Suppose the device risk is high, like this. Jamf Connect blocks the connection from that device to both non-sensitive data, upper right, and private data. Most importantly, these access control processes are performed in real time. In this case, the lower risk level of the device can only access private data. So far, now I hope you understand how the Jamf Security Cloud works. I will tell you this. This type of access control by Jamf Security Cloud called Jamf Trusted Access. So Jamf Trusted Access, which is used to ensure the corporate security of triggers networks and IT environment based on zero trust security. So now I'm going to pass it to Hayasaka-san. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Naoki. Now let's get back to challenges. Okay. I will explain how to use zero trust network access for challenge resolved step by step. For first one, we use the dedicated gateway. Above is HQ's environment, and below is our environment. As you can see, HQ is communicating between PC and resources by perimeter defense network. In our case, Mac is access to security cloud and pass dedicated gateway. Dedicated gateway give our global IP address to Mac. Finally, Mac can access HQ's resources. So for next one, we use the Jamf Trusted Access. Okay. Security Cloud assesses Mac's risk based on score of vulnerability management, etc. If it's low risk, Security Cloud will give our global IP address to Mac. If high or medium risk, Security Cloud will give not our global IP address to Mac. This means risky Mac cannot access HQ's resources. So only secured Mac can access resources. Some our challenge is resolved. Finally, we will share key point of our session. Jamf Security Cloud Zero Trust Network Access helps to connect between Zero Trust and perimeter defense. It will also help you on all business domains when you have to connect to different environments. Lastly, you can enjoy to create the modern workplace. This is all for our session. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. So I'm going to have a question time. And at question time, I'll ask Grace for help with translation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions or comments?
If you have a question, you can raise your hand. I'll go to you. Anyone? Yep.
Would this work to talk back to headquarters outside of Japan?
は海外にあるヘッドクォーターズにも連携できるようになりますか？これ海外のヘッドクォーターがある場合は海外でもつなげるようにできますか？
Yes, you can.
Any other questions?
Okay.
You mentioned using Jamf Connect with internal resources. So does that mean you can just use it to access, for example, an internal web server as well? So, まあもし、
Thank you.
社内の中のサービスがあったら、まあ、ウェブサーバー、社内のウェブサーバーとかあれば、それも Jamf Connect で使って、その社内のウェブサーバーアクセスはできる。
Yes, yes, the answer is right. And so all we apply. I mean, so Jamf Connect can handle with any protocol, so and any place. So when you host a web server in the public internet or private network, so Jamf Connect can create the tunnel to the server anywhere in the anywhere. So you can. The answer is right.
So just to follow up, how is that server? How is that tunnel created? Do you install an app on your internal network?
Yes. So the admin deploy the kind of agent of Jamf Connect, so called Jamf Trust app. So Jamf Trust app create the tunnel of mentioned that before, the WireGuard VPN. So this is very secure tunnel, and then that's the endpoint to our network infrastructure's tunnel. And then, yeah, like this, something.
But what about from the internal network to Jamf Connect, the IPsec tunnel, IPsec tunnel? How is that created? So you are installing software internally in your system?
Great question. Actually, my English sucks, so I kind of shortcut my explanation, but it's true. So IPsec is not automatically created, so admin should set up in advance to any network you can handle, but so admin should prepare before the honban in production. Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Are there any other questions? Last chance.
Last chance.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Big applause to the speakers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.